We have a request from Bobby Reynolds 9277, and they wanted to see my review of the 1988 remake of The Blob. And after watching the original, I was more than happy to dive right into this one. Now, if you remember in my last review of the 1958 original, that it was a classic, a charming B-movie that was a product of its time. It was simple and effective, and it's a fun piece of sci-fi horror history. So how does the 80s remake stack up? Let's get into it. So right off the bat, I have to say, for a remake, this film is vastly different from its predecessor, and honestly, that's one of its biggest strengths. While the original was a straightforward alien invasion flick, the 1988 vision adds so much more to the plot. We don't just have a monster from space, we have a government conspiracy, shady scientists in hazmat suits, and a much more intriguing origin for the Blob itself. This isn't just a creature feature, it's a full-blown sci-fi action horror. The new plot makes the story incredibly entertaining. You're not just waiting for the next Blob attack, you're invested in uncovering the truth right alongside the characters. What is this thing? Where did it really come from? And what are these government agents trying to hide? It adds a layer of paranoia and mystery that the original just didn't have. Now let's talk about the characters. They were alright. You have the rebellious bad boy, the resourceful cheerleader, and the small town sheriff. They fit the 80s movie mold perfectly. Were any of them particularly deep or groundbreaking? No, not really. No single character stood out as an all-time great horror protagonist, but they served their purpose well. They were likable enough that you didn't want to see them get eaten, and that's what counts in a movie like this. From a technical standpoint, the film is solidly made. The music was serviceable, creating a good sense of dread and ramping up the tension during the attack sequences. The camera work and other practical effects were also decently done, really capturing that small town under siege feeling. But let's be honest, that's not what we're here to talk about. The most amazing, jaw-dropping standout element of this film is without a doubt the practical effects and the gore. I cannot overestimate this. The effects in this movie are outstanding. The Blob itself is no longer just a creeping mass of jelly. It's a dynamic, terrifying predator. The way it moves, sends out tentacles, and dissolves its victims is the stuff of nightmares. It has a weight and a presence that is genuinely horrifying. And the gore, oh my, the gore. This movie does not pull its punches. The death scenes are some of the most memorable and gruesome in all of 80s horror. From the man being pulled down a sink drain to the horrific phone booth scene, the filmmakers used every trick in the book to show you just how agonizing it would be to be consumed by this thing. The practical effects used to show bodies melting, bones dissolving, and flesh being stripped away are both repulsive and masterfully executed. It's a true showcase of what a team of talented special effects artists could do before CGI took over. The deaths are without question the most standout thing in this film. Overall, this is not a bad remake at all. In fact, it's a fantastic example of how to reimagine a classic story for a new generation. It takes the core of the original and expands upon it in every way, creating a film that honestly stands out on its own. You don't need to have seen the original 1958 version to enjoy this one, but I'm really glad I watched them in order to appreciate the differences. The 1988 Blob is a thrilling, gory, and incredibly entertaining sci-fi horror ride. If you're a fan of 80s horror and amazing practical effects, you owe it to yourself to check this one out. I would absolutely recommend it. A thank you to Bobby Reynolds 9277 for the request, and I had a blast with this one. What do you guys think of the 1988 remake? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, stay big, G fans.